Hello folks, it's Rich here. So, big thank you to everybody who had input on my amp, what should I get? Which started off between the Catalyst, which I had before, keeping this Harley Benton, getting the Boss Katana Gen 3, and in the end I had the Blackstar ID Core 100 because I'd liked the Blackstar amps before, but it came and just didn't have any depth or richness, which is what I was after. So I went back, and then my little Marshall MG, which is here, it's only 15 watt. For what it is, I actually quite like the sound of it, so I thought I'll get the big version of it, and I got the 50 watt. Okay, not giving it a huge amount of time, but immediately just didn't. It was certainly loud and voluminous, but just didn't have that same depth that I was after. And a few people giving different ideas, and a few people like, surely the Harley Benton is better than what you've got. And what I really wanted was something that I can play fairly quietly and maintain the kind of the sound. So the ID Core, in a way, if you've got it on the overdrive channel but on really quiet, it sounds the same but just quieter. Whereas obviously with this being a valve amp without much headroom as well, you only have to gain up a little bit and it starts to break up and what have you. So I put this on eBay. Apologies if anyone of my subscribers were bidding on this, and I changed my mind on it, which is poor form on my behalf, but that's I couldn't just let it go if I wasn't 100% sure, which I wasn't in the end. So what I did actually, I watched a whole bunch of videos on this amp. Again, I've seen plenty anyway. Dave Simpson's one, Rob Chapman's one, the Timeman one, Henning Pauly's one, various different other ones, and just seeing people playing around with some really different settings to how I would normally have it for myself. And you can see as well, I've changed where it is in the room. It was sort of flat facing over here before, so I've put it facing into the room a little bit. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to play around with that a bit more and see if I can get a bit more of what I'm after for the time being. Well, maybe longer term, who knows, but certainly for the time being. So yeah, I'm going to send the Marshall back. That's not for me. And I think I like the idea of having some sort of an analog or a solid state type amp that I can potentially, or a modelling amp, that I can just, a modelling amp actually, that I can just record a bunch of sounds that I want at the touch of a button. So maybe the Spark 2, God forbid me and tech is not good. The Spark 2 might be one for that. I want to sound like Buckethead, on the AI and it arrives. I want to sound like ZZ Top and it arrives. Maybe that's the thing to do for that. And then just have a nice amp to play my pedals through. So and that I still haven't played that Victory amp a little while ago in the shop, but I still can't get it out of my mind how nice that sounded. So maybe that'd be the thing. I'll go for an amp head and a cabinet at a later point when more money allows, but in the meantime have this. And maybe the first thing I'll do possibly is get a decent cab and run this through it until I can then afford the head. So the Harley Benton stays. And the other thing as well with my pedals, and I mean this whole thing gets to be a fortune in the end, doesn't it? It just keeps chipping away. But I'm not dissatisfied with the pedals that I've got, but a lot of them are inexpensive pedals. Can't see them from here, but I'm going to get some slightly better pedals, I think, over a bit of time. So I've got two snake oil pedals. We've only got one down here, the other one's on the way. So the Marvelous Engine and the Very Thing. One's more like a boost overdrive and the other one's an overdrive distortion kind of a pedal. I was watching Rob's video on them the other day, and Dave's actually as well, about getting the tones right. They've got a big tonal palette, but they're quite bright and they have a lot of gain on them. So needs a bit of jiggery pokery to get them right, but they're decent pedals. They look lovely as well and they feel nice. So those would be my sort of overdrivey pedals, I think. I've got the Danish Pete Durpal by Tone City, which is an inexpensive pedal, it's £45. I mean, you can get ones for 20 quid, can't you? So it's a bit of a wrong up for that, but that actually sounds okay, and it's not noisy or anything, so that'll probably stay. And I've got the Nukes or NuX analog delay, which I'm fairly happy with. So yeah, so probably a decent reverb pedal at some point, maybe an actual proper distortion, maybe, and yeah, we'll see. So just build up a slightly better pedal board to go through my amp. But yeah, there we are, just waffling really. And this PRS needs a bit of a setup. Anyway, bye for now.